David Sutter from Wyopreps.com, and it's time to talk about our Athlete of the Week honors this week. We begin on the girls' side, and the award goes to Kyan Lawlar from the Evanston volleyball program. Helped the Red Devils go 6-2 in the Border War volleyball tournament they hosted last weekend. Kyan had 51 kills, 18 service aces, which really jumps out on the stat sheet, and 64 digs across the weekend. Kyan, congrats, and thanks for taking a few minutes to talk with me. From your perspective, let's start with how do you think the team played going 6-2 last weekend?
I think we played really well. I think we played it really well together as a team, and I think we all worked together. And I think we played really well.
Talk a little bit about wins, losses, going 6-2 in a tournament like that where you're playing so many matches over 2 days. What's that like, and how much of a benefit is that to you?
Yeah, it was really intense. It was fun. We definitely had to get ourselves to keep going and keep our energy up. But I think we did a really good job of keeping the intensity high, and I think that will benefit us for like 5 set games or close games for the future. I think that we'll be able to handle that pretty well just because we did such a good job with keeping our intensity up and stuff.
What about for you individually? How would you assess how you played?
I think I played pretty well. I was proud of my I was proud of how I played.
18 service aces. You had to get rolling at some point in time. Where does that come from?
Definitely during tryouts and two-a-days and all over summer and all the practices, spring volleyball. Definitely working on my serve has been a big thing. And I also played club volleyball in Utah, and that's also a huge thing is serving. So
Well, are there certain things that you look for when you try and serve to get an ace? I know that that's maybe a loaded question there, but
no,
is there?
yeah. We definitely focus on zones and where we're trying to hit certain players or certain seams. But also in practice, we've been using a speed gun. And so that's been fun trying to beat 44 miles per hour. So
Now I'm assuming you jump serve a lot.
yeah.
Okay, what is the intricacies of a jump serve for somebody that can't do it at all?
I don't know. It definitely has taken a lot of time and stuff, but I think it definitely like also increases your power a lot of
Okay,
times. So yeah.
all
I
right, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
What's it like for you to play for your mom as the coach there at Evanston?
I think it's fun. I definitely think we have a very like unique and good relationship. Like we're definitely two different people on and off the court. So at home, it's definitely two different people versus on the court. So I think we get along. I think we can also like she can tell me what I need to do. She can critique me, and she's my coach during that time. So I think we figured that out pretty well.
The Red Devils are off to a better start, Cayenne, than you have been in the last couple of seasons. What do you attribute that to?
I definitely think that this team is almost the exact same team as it was last year. And so being able to have last season playing with each other was really good. I think we now know each other's tendencies and know each other like how personality wise too. Like we know like I think we get along really well and we just know each other. And so playing next to each other has gotten a lot easier. So coming into this season, same thing, like we just know each other better. We're able to start where we finished last year.
All right, that makes sense. Talking again, Kyan Lawlar, our girls athlete of the week here at Wyopreps.com. For you, third tournament in a row coming up. So you another weekend with a lot of matches.
Yes.
Where does that benefit the team in the future? Having all these tournaments right up front.
I think it starts us off strong, being able to know that we can like play a lot and play a long time and push through it. We have like 4 games per day, so that's definitely a lot of volleyball. So being able to consistently stay together and play together and get along and stay good with each other, it's definitely will benefit us later when it's tighter games when they're super important, getting us into state and regional games and stuff.
Okay, gotcha. What are you looking forward to going up to Idaho this weekend?
Yeah, I think it'll be so fun to like see new teams, new like hitters, new yeah, like just seeing new things. I think that will be fun. We had a few Idaho teams come down for Border Wars, and like just their games are different. Like I don't know, just new teams. Seeing them is fun. It will be intense. It will be good.
Yeah, different competition. It never
Yeah,
hurts to see
exactly.
something different. I gotcha. What's the focus right now with the team? You're still early in the season, long way to go. So what does coach have the team focusing on right now?
Our focus right now is just staying consistent and pushing ourselves and practicing games just so we can get to the final goal of getting to state and doing well at state. So our goals during practice and stuff are just keeping intensity high
Mhm.
and like just working hard and going as hard as we can all the time.
Is there anything specifically you're working on with your game right now?
Yeah, like I'm trying a lot to work on my hitting more because my hitting I like either lean too far or I need to keep my left arm up or go faster. So a lot of things, just smaller things just to perfect certain things.
All right. Well, hey, congratulations on a great weekend and
Thank you so much.
wish you best of luck the rest of the way. And thanks for taking a few minutes to chat about our Athlete of the Week honor.
Thank you.
We continue talking about our Athlete of the Week honors here at Wyopreps.com. David Sutter with you, and it's time to visit with one of our boys that shares the award this week, Cale Dauwen of Pinedale. The Wranglers picked up a big win last Friday night, thanks in large part to Cale. 6 touchdowns on the ground, 172 yards rushing, made 5 tackles on defense as well. And Cale, congrats on being our Athlete of the Week. Take me back to last Friday, my man. What got into you a little bit?
Thank you. Just coaching and practice all kind of combined into a good game on Friday. The defense, the special teams, offensive line was all firing very well. I think the biggest part was definitely the O-line. They were making some incredible blocks, and I owe a huge amount of credit to them. And then also special teams and defense were giving us good field position so we could go drive down and make those big touchdowns.
How big of a win is that for you guys just to get things off to a good start, Cale?
It's a huge win. Pinedale football hasn't been so amazing the last few years, and this is a huge step to turning it around, and that's been our goal. A group of guys of us, that's been our goal since we came into the program, and I think we're finally starting to see it, and so that's huge.
For you, you talked about your offensive line and a big shout out to those big uglies up front. What did you see when the holes opened? What were you seeing on some of your touchdown runs?
Um, just I see the offensive line getting physical. We had some great lead blocks and making it easy for me. I just have to make one cut and I'm gone. And and then even on some of the goal line stuff, they just created huge piles, big push up front, and then it was great.
So how do you guys keep this going? Because you're now starting to get into conference play. That two-way West is no joke. We all know that. So how do you guys sustain this and keep playing at a good level?
We just know that, a win last week doesn't mean anything for the next week. And we just, every week, we got to come into practice, get better, and really lock in. And because there's always things we can improve on. And as the schedule goes on, our schedule just gets tougher and tougher. So, and then we'll just keep getting better and better each week and fixing the mistakes and stuff like that.
Coaching changed for you guys in the off season with Coach Lake kind of taking over. What has that meant to the team, and what type of tweaks has he made to kind of put his own stamp on things?
Um, he was in the program before, so that definitely helped. But he's definitely changed stuff up, and one of his big things this year has been family, preaching that we're all a family, and I think it's been working. We're starting to really mesh. All the guys are getting along, and I think that's something that we haven't had for a while. And then, yeah, some offense changes and stuff like that, scheme wise, and I think that's helped a lot.
What do you love about the game of football?
I love the scheme of it. How technical it is and all that stuff, and then obviously the physicality because got to be smart and then get to go lay somebody out also. So I think it's the best of both worlds.
Gotcha. Well, Cale, congrats on a great ball game and congrats on being one of our athletes of the week this week.
Thank you.
We continue here at Wyopreps.com talking about our Athlete of the Week award, and this week's Boys Award is shared between a couple of football players. We've talked with one. Here's our second one. Bridger Cozzens had an outstanding day. The senior helping the second-ranked Little Snake River Rattlers beat top-ranked Burlington. They've now flipped in the rankings this week in a big blowout in Bags last Saturday, 70-18. And Bridger had 4 touchdowns in that game. And think back to Saturday, and I know I was there, and I asked you about your performance, but after maybe kind of taking some time to think about it, watch a little film, what else did you take away from your performance last Saturday, Bridger?
I think we did pretty over I think we did pretty good overall for our first game. I mean, we came out, we played with intensity. I mean, my front line, they're my they're my they're my saving grace. They get out there and block for me, and then it's easy to do my job. And they really went out there and they were shoving guys downfield 15 yards, and then really that's what it comes down to is that line in the sand, and just getting physical and coming out with the mentality that we're gonna win.
Take me back to that interception and how much did that kind of set the tone for a big day for you guys, do you think, early on, especially what is the first minute of the game?
Oh, I think that was huge. I mean, you come out with an interception like that, pick six to the house. I think it really just hypes up the team, gives us that momentum we need. And six man momentum's a big thing, and so I think that was a huge thing for us to start off the game like that.
So you go from that and you're building a big lead. I want to say it's like 28-6 at the end of the first quarter. Was there a point in the game where I don't want to say you guys relaxed, but was there a point where you just kind of felt like there's no way we can lose this game?
I mean, I think there were some moments we definitely laxed, and we need to work on that as a team. And I think that just comes down to going further down the season. But I think overall we kept our heads on pretty good. I think we know that six man anything can change at any time, and Coach Cobb tells us that all the time. And so I think we knew that Burlington they're a good team. They can they if they get momentum, it can change really fast. And so I think we kept our head on us pretty good.
You've been around some really good teams the last couple of years. How is this team different?
I think Coach Cobb's right. I don't think we're as physical, but I think the athleticism and the depth is really there this year. I think we have some great athletes, some players who've stepped into roles that we really need to fill, and I think we're growing as a team. I think there's lots of growing still to do, and I'm excited to see what we can do this year.
Is it tough not having a game this week? Would you like to come back and put the pads on? I kind of get that sense as a high school football player, but just so that you don't kind of dwell on such a great performance against Burlington, so that you are able to push each other. Would you like to have a game this week?
I mean, no and yes. I think it would be good because I think this bye week kind of gets you a little relaxed. It gets you a little unfocused, I'd say, and it's hard to come out the next week and really focus on the next game. But I think at the same time, I think our team we could use some rest time, and I think that's good as well. So
Talk a little bit about what are the next steps for this team? Where do you feel like specifically you can improve as a player and this team can improve right now?
I mean, I think breaking down and tackling is a huge part of the game. Really reading my blockers, going inside there, getting physical with it. I think we can all improve on that. I think we all have a little bit of something to do. I think mentality, injuries, I think all that plays a big part. And so I think if we get that down, I think we'll be good.
Well, great start for you guys. Talk a little bit about, I mean, does that give you some momentum, to kind of create something for this team to kind of strive for as the year goes on?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, that was a huge win for us. I mean, I think it really helped us coming out with that loss from last year. I think it really helped us give us momentum, and I think it's really going to propel us. I think a first hard game was good. I think it really sets the tone for the rest of the season how we need to play as a team.
How do you describe playing for Coach Cobb and even the rest of that staff there in Bags?
Oh, I mean, there's so many people that I am thankful for. I mean, I am so blessed to live in the community I do. I mean, for my parents, the most supportive people I have. They're always in my corner, and I'm blessed to have them. And then the teachers and the community members. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better community anywhere. They're so supportive, and they bend over backwards to do anything for you. And then the coaches, I mean, they're amazing. They would do anything for you, and they want to win just as bad as we do. And I think a lot of that comes down to it. And then you got the team, and the team. I mean, we're one big family. We're a bunch of brothers, and I think we really have that bond. And I think it's really important when playing six man. I think we all bond, and we're all a family. I think that's really important.
Where does the love for the game of football come from for you?
I mean, I didn't really grow up with football. I mean, my dad played a little bit of college, but like it was never like huge. We never like watched it on TV or anything. But I think just playing it in middle school, and I think it just really it grows on you. I think it's one of those things you come to love, and you come to love your friends, and you come to love your coaches, and then you love the game itself. I mean, just the physicality of it, and just grittiness of it. I think you learn to love the hard work and the determination that it takes, and I think that really just propels you.
Bridger Cozzens, again, he has scored in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams this past week. Congrats on being one of our players of the week, and thanks for taking a few more minutes with me.
Thank you.